Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of the coolest tech show on the web. My name is Ankit Fadia and as always, I'm going to show you how you can stretch the limits of technology. Today is a very special episode because if you look at this comb that I'm combing my hair with, this is not an ordinary comb. This was actually printed at home using a printer. I repeat, this was printed at home, not manufactured in a factory, using a 3D printer. So today's episode is on 3D printing. Keep watching. And you know what? A couple of months ago, I got this random call from a friend of mine. His name is Vishal Gondal. He's the king of gaming in India. And he's also a geek. He loves everything about technology. And he called me up saying that, Ankit, come to my house. We're going to print in 3D. So I actually went to his house with some plain papers, A4 size papers, thinking that we'll print something on those papers. And that's when I got introduced to the world of 3D printing. Vishal was probably one of the first few people in India to buy and own an actual 3D printer in his house. And it's such a cool thing, like so very few people in India have their own 3D printer that Vishal refused to bring it to the shoot today. But we have the next best thing, that is we have Vishal in person and he wasn't printed in 3D. This was definitely like naturally made. So what is this 3D printing business, Vishal?
I think the world is going to go through a major change in the era of creativity and manufacturing. The whole concept of somebody making a product, that going to China and getting manufactured and then coming to you will disintegrate. And
so China is coming to our homes now.
Everybody will be manufacturing at home. You will have a 3D printer, you will download the file and print the object. So think about it, in the future you will not buy a mobile phone, you will print a mobile phone.
Wait, तो फिर piracy तो बहुत easy हो जाएगी. You can make a pirated cell phone for free.
Think about it, that's absolutely possible. The design is going to go through another revolution because now companies will not be manufacturing but just selling you their designs.
Wait, so let me understand this properly. So in the future, if I want to buy something online, right now when I buy something online, it gets delivered like through a courier company to my house in 2-3 days. But in the future, I could just download a file, like maybe a mobile phone file, like whatever company.
As you can see, I just printed this mobile case for my phone. Of course, I love red color.
So you bought this from what,
no,
Chinatown?
No, I printed this and this can directly take my Lumia
at
in
home.
it.
You printed this at home. Wow.
So the key thing is that, you know, this is the material, for example, which my printer, I have the MakerBot 3X.
I thought this was like a Nada, yeah.
So no, this is the ABS material, the same material which is used to, let's say, make Lego, the Lego blocks. So this is that material. This goes inside my printer and the printer melts this. So it gets very heated, melts it and starts laying it layer by layer. And as you can see, my printer supports 2 colors. So I have red and white, but you can take various color combinations. So this cone, for example, was designed in 3D. Wow. And then it was layer by layer printed on my printer. And this is an example. My son is a big fan of Iron Man, so we printed that and then he painted it. As you can see, it looks pretty cool.
Does this move as well?
Yeah, you do. And this is one of my favorite minions from Despicable Me. And I think the other cool thing is that it can also make real objects. So this is actually a nut and a bolt and this works.
Oh, wow.
So you can not only print art and artifacts, but you can actually create parts of machinery. You can create, let's say in your house something breaks, where you can actually create that model and kind of replace it.
So if your television breaks or something breaks in your home, you don't need to go to customer service. Just print the nut and bolt or download the design from the internet and print it at home. So Vishal, tell us, what does one need to have to be able to print in 3D?
So the good thing is that 3D printers are becoming very cheap. So the one I got is about $3,500, but now...
Amen. 3,000 rupees?
Dollars.
Let me translate that for all of you. That's around 1.5 lakh rupees.
But there are cheaper ones on Kickstarter now for $600-700, about 50,000 rupees. You can get a printer. But the beauty is that if you think about laser printers, there was a time when normal laser printers were selling for lakhs. Today you can buy a laser printer for 7,000, 8,000,
Sure.
10,000.
So with time it's going to get very, very
This technology
affordable.
is going to become absolutely cheap, and I can imagine that a 3D printer will be selling for 10,000 rupees.
And I was actually reading somewhere a few months ago that somebody in the US actually printed a gun at home. Is that true?
I mean, the thing is that, see, this is very sturdy material, right? I mean, so based on whatever designs you have, you can print anything you want. You can print a Ganesha and a gun. So the question is just
you can
like...
print a cupcake as well.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact,
Is it
forget...
vanilla flavor?
Well, we are going to get another one.
Oh man.
So now
Can't
think
eat
about it. So this is plastic. There is other 3D printing which can take iron, you can take wood, you can take other material, you can fuse other materials. So the future of 3D technology and 3D printing is going to be incredible. You may not have furniture anymore. You may actually, you will pretty much be printing all your furniture at home.
Can you like print a person?
Well, looks like we will soon get to DNA printing too at some point of time. So
Wow.
already, by the way, they are even printing body parts. So
You know
there
that
is
hot girl in my college? I want to like 3D print another version of her. That would be fantastic.
well, the only thing is
And
that
I can print it at home in my bedroom.
well, all I can tell you is that this technology is not perfected, and if it doesn't end up being a girl, then you're
Oh
in
man,
trouble.
that will be the ugly looking uncle down the street. I'll end up printing him instead. But wow, Vishal, this is absolutely fantastic. You know, I can't wait to, you know, get my own 3D printer. It's a little bit expensive, but maybe in the next few years, it might get more and more affordable. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. I hope all of you enjoyed today's very, very special episode on 3D printing. Thank you, Vishal. It was great having you here. And until the next time, this is Ankit Fadia signing off.